Hi, Lars here. I'm going to demo our new interactive visualization capabilities in RapidMiner 9.2. I have a bit of a history as it relates to data visualization, actually. I spent about 15 years delivering this type of technology before I joined RapidMiner. So I'm very excited to provide over 30 kinds of interactive and highly configurable visualizations in RapidMiner now with 9.2. So what I'll do is just let me demo a couple of things. I think that will be most interesting. Here we'll just load some data. It's some flight information. And we get our regular table in RapidMiner, but let's flip over to the visualizations here. And now you can see it's a new look and feel and lots of new functionality. Initially, it tries to create a reasonable visualization, a scatter plot in this case, but let's take a look at a couple of the controls here. It's very easy to configure this, right? So let's look at airtime, which is already on the x-axis, but with these flights, let's compare that to the distance traveled, let's say. So easy to switch there. We're now coloring by the day of the week, but let's color them instead by delayed departure time. And we quickly get some nice views here, and we can also, as you see, some of the data points line up quite well and might be overlapping. So we have this jitter function here, allowing me to spread those data points out a little bit so we can see more clearly. And finally, let's also see if the weather delay has any effect on this. So now we get a nice visualization. We can see that the longer they travel, the longer the airplanes are in the air, of course, makes sense. We have some delays here. Some are red, meaning a lot of delays. Some are yellow here, a little bit less, but we can also see that the size of these markers indicate how much the weather or the delays due to weather delay. And we can see that that matches up. So very quickly, we can get a sense of what's going on in this data set, some initial intuitive ideas about the relationships. Well, let me show you a couple more things. We got over 30 types of visualizations here that we can configure in a very nice way. Let's switch to a bar chart. And this time, we'll also aggregate a bit. So we can, for example, again, maybe look at the departure times and see if we see any particular pattern in the day of the week. And here we can now do a count, but let's do an average and see if the average departure delay has any week of the day dependency or correlation. You can see here that, you know, the fourth day of the week, Wednesday or Thursday, I guess depends on how you count, seems to have a bit more delay. So very easy again to quickly set these things up. And what I can also do is control things into some detail, actually, a lot of detail. Everything in the chart can be changed. In this case, let's call this departure delays over weekday. So I can easily change my title. I can change what I want my legend to display. Let's say in this case, we want it up top instead. And there are lots of controls here now for your Y and X axis, the coloring, the size of the markers, etc. Lots of nice controls. And just to illustrate that a little bit more, what we can do, let me show you a couple of few other charts. Here's a combination of a line and a bar chart. In this case, I've configured a bar chart and overlaid a line chart, a very nice way to combine the different charts. Also, you know, some typical views that you might want to use for data science purposes, a deviation chart. And here I have decided to show the points on the lines, but you can turn those off very easily as well. A couple of other examples of new visualizations, like a tree map, shows a hierarchical information in different forms of aggregation. And also we have a 3-dimensional chart that can easily show, in this case, some oil and gas information, lat long and elevation, for example, in a 3-dimensional space. So yeah, just a little bit of an overview of the new visualization capabilities in 9.2. Try them out and have some fun. Thanks.